Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's John and I'm inside Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 career mode. Today I thought I would take out the Grand Caravan. We're doing a medium cargo transport dispatch to Harrison. The base pay is 582,070 credits. As you can see, the weather is pretty terrible. So let's get this prepared. So let's get rid of all this stuff. Let's do the pitot heat cover. I forgot to wash the plane, so hopefully the rain's going to do it for me.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning.
It's Harrison today.
Yep.
I love this city.
Going to Harrison. Control and E. So let's do that. Let's get that on there. Okay, so whilst that's doing its thing, let's have a look at the procedure then. So enter. Pretty sure it's RNAV 36. RNAV 36. So let's enter that. I'm going to choose that one. Enter. By course reversal at Evras. No. Minimums off. Evras. I was going to check actually. I want to check, make sure I'm right. So Evras, Lapak, and then runway 36. Evras, Lapak, runway 36. So that all matches up. So let's load that. Okay, so let's do that. So next, we'll change that. We need to dial in, I think, if I remember, it was around about 11,000. So whilst I'm scrolling up, we'll press enter.
Traffic. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to runway tree 6, 0 Mike Niner.
8,000, 9,000, 10,000, and 11. Okay. So let's do our takeoff flaps. So we've done that. I think we're ready to go. So let's ooh, are we going forwards? Yes, we are. Good. Oh, hold on. We're here already. Wow. Okay. Let's get ourselves in the hold short box. Are we not in there properly? Go a little bit more. Stop that.
0 Mike Niner traffic. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Taking off runway tree 6, north departure 0 Mike Niner.
Kind of wish I washed the plane before I took it out. The windscreen's pretty dirty. However, the rain has stopped. So maybe the weather is clearing up. Don't really want rain all the way. But the good thing about having bad weather, you do get a nice bad weather bonus at the end. So sometimes it's good to have some kind of bad weather. So we're going to do a U-turn down the bottom and then we'll take off. We've got our flaps, we've got the altitude dialed in. Pitot heat is on. So let's swing this round. There we are. And we're going to take off runway 36. Right, here we go. Let's see what we can do with this.
V1 rotate.
V1 rotate. Absolutely. Engine over torque. Oh, come on.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
I'm not sinking, don't you worry.
Jacksonville Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf
Let's
Sierra.
pull back on the
Cessna Caravan. 1
throttle
mile
as well.
0 Mike 9er, 200. Request flight following.
Never mind.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, Jacksonville Center. Squawk 2014.
Right, what I'm going to do is let's get the autopilot on. Let's get nav mode on. That should pick it up. Let's ease back on the power.
Did you copy?
Yes, I did copy.
Squawk
you.
2014. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
We've got our GPS. We are climbing.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Radar contact 2 miles north of 0 Mike 9er, 1100. Altimeter tree 005.
So vertical speed on. Autopilot on. Nav mode on. So we are following the nav. Let's press enter. Yes.
Please acknowledge.
I'm trying to acknowledge.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
I could use flight level change, but I'll go up on vertical speed. Right, it's a pretty horrendous day. Don't have any lights on, but I won't tell anyone. I guess we could put some on, couldn't we? But let's see what we got. What do we got? Let's get some strobes on, nav light and beacon lights. Anything else we can do? No, I'll leave the rest. Wing light. What does that look like? Oh,
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is clear to Kilo Papa.
I missed a radio call. Was too busy playing with the lights.
014.
Reach 11,000. Try my best. I'm not too upset about the weather. As I said before we took off, sometimes if the weather's really bad, you get a very nice bad weather bonus, and that can be a lot of money. We could do with the money at the moment. I think I'm just under 2 million credits in our company bank account. But currently I've got search and rescue. I bought the Draco X. I bought 2 of them. So I've got 2 Draco X planes. I've got 2 in case I crash one. So I got 2 of those for search and rescue. And then we've got the VIP company. So I've got search and rescue company, VIP company, which I've got the Corvallis and the Vision Jet. So I've got 2 planes for that one. So obviously I've got this company, the medium cargo, which I've got the Grand Caravan, and the light cargo, I've got the 172 Skyhawk. So I'm kind of building up a hangar load of planes, but I keep spending the money, which is why we've only got 2 million, well, just under 2 million credits. I'm trying to save the money. The next purchase I think is going to be probably the PC-12. It's not my favourite plane at the moment. I've had a few disasters in that plane on employee missions. So I need some practice in that. But yeah, I was thinking about opening a Medivac company. So I don't know if anyone has any experience with a medivac company, if it's worthwhile. I quite like doing the medivac missions. So, but the problem is, if you want to do a medivac mission, then you need to go back to being an employee. And of course, being an employee, you don't get paid very well. So if you enjoy medivac, then the only way you're going to get some decent money is to have your own company. I'm kind of toying with the idea of buying a PC-12 and having that in the medivac company, and keeping this caravan to do the medium cargoes for now. I wouldn't mind, actually, at some point in the future I'm going to try the helicopter. So I haven't tried any helicopter flying at all, so I hope they've got some good tutorials. No idea what I'm doing in a helicopter. Some would say I've got no idea what I'm doing in a plane, but I think I'd be even worse in a helicopter. So the weather's getting better, isn't it? We haven't got the heavy bank of grey cloud. Hopefully the further we go on, the better the weather will be. So how are we doing here? We're at 5,000 feet. We're going very slowly. Let's see if we can let's turn vertical speed off and put flight level change on. Maybe that will help. That's the only drawback really with this plane. It's a good plane to fly, but the problem is it's a little bit slow. It's certainly in no rush to get to your cruising height. Double check. Yeah, everything looks right down there. But yeah, it's certainly it's in no rush to go anywhere quickly. Obviously, if you had the PC-12, you'd get somewhere a lot quicker. So that's the debate, really. Do I save for the PC-12 for the medium cargo, or should I use the PC-12 and open up a medivac company? I'm kind of leaning towards the medivac company at the moment, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the PC-12 is not cheap. I forget now how much it actually is. It's something like 7 or 8 million credits, if not more. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a good few million credits. So I've still got to continue grinding my way through. With the search and rescue, I've opened up, I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but I've opened up a search and rescue company. Those missions are quite good fun, so I quite enjoy those. I think the last one I did, I got for the to be a freelancer. The last search and rescue I did, paid just under 400,000 credits, so it wasn't too bad. It didn't pay too badly. But again, I quite like the search and rescue, and you don't want to do too many of those if you're just an employee, because the money's just not worth it. So it kind of forces you to open up your own company. I don't see myself opening up a banner towing company, but who knows? Who knows? So, what's it looking like outside? Quite nice up here, isn't it? Maybe things will clear up shortly. So we're making a slow climb up to 11,000. What are we on now? Nearly 8,000. So just 3,000 feet to go to our cruising height. So it won't take long. Of course, we got the airliners to think about. So I haven't tackled the airliners yet. But that's something else I'll need to study. And I believe I read somewhere that they don't have heavy cargo yet. So obviously got light cargo, medium cargo, but heavy cargo is not a thing yet, or they haven't implemented it yet in the sim. But whether they will get around to unlocking these heavy cargo missions, I don't know. But I read a lot of the airliners are quite buggy. So if you do have any advice on how the airliners are looking, let me know in the comments. It's always good to kind of plan ahead. Nothing worse than spending an absolute fortune on an airliner to find out if the thing's buggy. But obviously I'm a long way away from getting my own airliner. I've got a bit of work to do yet. But that's the end goal, isn't it? You started off and you're 172 and you've worked your way up to flying the airliners. Very nice outside. Clouds are looking good. We're still climbing. Just. We're at 9.7, so we've got 1,300 feet to go to our cruising height. Oh, there's one thing. There was one thing I wanted to do, was to check the routing via Evraz. Yeah, okay. That was what I put in. Yep, so that would make sense. So we're at 10,000, just 1,000 feet to go, and we would have reached our cruising height. But I've quite enjoyed this caravan. Still kind of 90% there with it, I think. Haven't quite mastered the landings, but getting there. Obviously landings are the most fun part, isn't it? We've got our usual co-pilot. It doesn't really do anything. Yeah, just sits there. Doesn't speak. No. Doesn't do any radio calls. Wouldn't mind that job. There we go. So we've pretty much reached our cruising height. So what I'm going to do, I will skip ahead. I'll sim rate it, and I'll see you again at the top of descent. Okay, so we've just made our top of descent and we are working our way downwards. So we should pick up, yeah, we got the V path. So we're going down on the V nav. So that should bring us down to, I need to slow this down. Oh, so maximum aircraft speed exceeded, whoopsie. Obviously, when you're pointing downwards, you need to pull back a bit on your power, otherwise you're going to overspeed, and that's exactly what I just did. So we're working our way down to 2,600 feet. We've got a kind of a left turn coming up later, and that should bring us in straight in for our landing. So don't miss the landing. It's always hit and miss when it comes to my landings. So hopefully today I can pull off a good one. Just coming up to our left turn, as you might have noticed, the problem we're going to have is the wind. So currently we've got a 23 knot tailwind. So that's certainly not ideal, but we are going to be turning left. So we'll see what the wind does. Hopefully we're not going to be landing in a 23 knot wind. There's always something in the career mode. Every landing is certainly different. As you can see, the plane is getting blown around. Becomes our left turn. So I'm going to come in fairly slowly. Let's not get too slow though. Okay. Kind of following the river there on the left hand side. See the cars down below as well. Okay, so let's I'm going to turn the approach mode on. We're not too far away. No sign of the airport yet. See the glide slope slowly coming down. Still getting blown around. So we've got a crosswind from the left. About an 18 knot left crosswind. So not ideal, is it? Not ideal at all. Right, we need our glide path soon. If we can pick up the glide slope, I know it's a RNAV runway, so the glide slope will help. Yeah, we've just got our glide path coming now. So we'll let the autopilot get us near the airport. See the river bends around to the left there. Quite nice scenery actually. Okay, so we're on the glide path, that's perfect. We're working our way down. But the plane is rocking all over the place. It's not going to be a very easy landing. I can see the runway. This is going to be difficult. So let's lose some power. Runway's bang on our 12 o'clock. Let's get some flaps. Let's check the speed. Let's check the wind. 12 knot, or 11, 10, 11, 12 knots. So quite a blustery wind. Completely battering us. Wow. This is going to take some landing. Normally I would take over from the autopilot at this stage, but I'm going to let it get us there a bit closer. It'll probably do a better job at getting us near than I will in this wind. See just how much this plane's wobbling around.
500.
We're going to have to take over now. Autopilot's off.
500.
Get my final flaps in. Oh, this is crazy. Wow. It's a job to steer it straight. Huh. Come on. Battling the wind. Announce our final. It's a bit late now. I can't press enter and land at the same time, so I missed the call. Come on, down you come. Whoa. Well, what can I say? That was difficult. That was very, very difficult. It was hard to get it anywhere near a straight line. I know you're supposed to crab it in and then straighten up at the last minute. But even trying to crab it was difficult. We're getting blown up, down, left, right, all over the place. However, we got it down. The more I do those windy landings, hopefully the better I'll get. Right, let's bring it round to the whole short. And we'll stop there. I do wonder about the wind in this, to be honest. I don't know how
0
realistic it
niner
is.
traffic. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to parking. 0 Mike Niner.
My parking stand's not far. But we didn't crash the plane. It wasn't the prettiest of landings.
Awesome flight, Captain.
Thank you.
Thanks for getting us here safe.
Right, let's shut this down and let's see what they thought of our performance. I think I missed the radio call at the end. I was pressing enter and it wasn't registering. I think we got penalised for that. Mission success. Ooh, not the best, was it? Oh dear. Okay, ensure cargo integrity 93%, airline procedures 62%. The big problem is if you times 3 on the sim rate, so during the cruise stage I had 3 times the sim rate. It's so easy just to miss the ATC transmissions. So 2 of those. Yeah, max speed I did overspeed. Engine over torqued. I think that was on the takeoff, wasn't it? Okay, so not my smoothest of flights, but I'll put this plane into maintenance and give it a wash, make sure it's okay for our next trip. So I'll just see what money that brought us in. Oh, look at the bad weather bonus. Perfect. 527,760 credits. So our total income was just over 1,100,000 credits, which we'll just have a look. Not too worried about the reputation update. Has brought our company's money just under 3,000. Just under 3 million credits. So we're getting there. I just need to brush up on my landings a bit more perhaps, but there wasn't much I could do in that wind. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the videos. If you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing and giving a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.